Hello guys, and welcome back. This is the 11th episode of the stories, The Path of Destinies Let's Play. Oh man, that's a whole mouthful. But anyway, what we are trying to achieve is that we are getting the last truth, and that's a truth about Zenobia. So I was thinking, how about using a path we already tried, like build the Skyripper, then go to Zenobia, and instead of then going for the base, we are going to meet Zenobia in the mountains. So that might lead to the truth of Zenobia. So yeah, we're gonna give that a go. Hopefully it turns out well.
Every child knew about the Skyripper. The Transcendent Emperor.
Let's just skip this. You know, oh man, we have seen it so many times. Yeah. So I'm hoping to get, the last truth unlocked so we can wrap up the game. At least I'm not gonna hunt for every single ending, because that's gonna take ages. And I got a nice backlog of games I still gotta play, so we gotta move on to the next game. By the way, if you guys would like to see a certain game, don't forget to let me know in the comments.
As he set foot on the island,
and I'll check it out.
Reynardo couldn't help feeling a bit curious. Was Lapino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Reynardo felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why hadn't he chosen the Skyripper? Reynardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Skyripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
So we're trying to speedrun this shit, because, we've done it so many times, so it's just...
The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Skyripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the Lost Gods, thousands of thousands had died. But Reynardo had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one. Or I could go that way, he thought.
What is this way gonna bring us? I've never seen that gate before, so... And I am low on health, actually. Ow. Alright, let's see. Nothing here. Ooh, a big chest. Oh, there you go. Health. Ta-ta. Well, of course, we already got all the gems and stuff, so... So far, so good. Let's see, we're just gonna take the regular path, I guess.
Two eyes good. One eye dead.
man, we are nearing death.
See? With enough leverage, you could go anywhere.
And there it is. Alright.
There it was. Skyripper's Armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Alright, so we're going for Zenobia.
Reynardo asked
Next
himself
step, a
why he
meter
changed
in
course
the
to confront
mountains.
Zenobia. He'd no idea. Sometimes he would just do things, and he could never figure out why he'd done them. Usually, they worked out. After all, he was a hero.
Yes, he was a hero. Oh boy. That implies something. Do 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 do.
The truth is, though, he wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Swordfu School. He'd followed every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all, she was his enemy. No, it was solely because know your enemy. But it would be great to see her. Even if they faced off across sword points, as they'd done so many times at school. The world was a less interesting place without her.
Oh, how cute. There we go. Oh, wait, lever. There you go.
He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he? Gogglers. Reynardo hated gogglers. It was almost impossible to sneak past them. If one didn't spot you, another one would.
There you go.
Reynardo wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core? Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous. These streets were familiar. The Swordfu School was closed now, but he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that pub. He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well. No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
Alright, we are nearing Zenobia. Let's see.
Reynardo slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up on her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek. How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She vanished. And he suddenly noticed He couldn't move, except his mouth. In fact, soon he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He told Zenobia everything. Skyripper, the Iblistone, even where the secret rebel base was, until he was hoarse. It was some kind of truth spell. A talky truth spell. She called her father by Farspeaker Toad, and filled His Majesty in. But why didn't he get the core? Croaked the Farspeaker in something like His Majesty's croak. Because I missed you, darling. Reynardo grinned. He doesn't even know why, frowned Zenobia. That makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor. I'll meet you at the Outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators. If Reynardo came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
Oh boy, you know, we have not taken the first route. So maybe pick this. She goes on a rampage. We might as well go meet the Emperor and see what happens. You know, I'm gonna go this way. That's gonna bring us to probably a new ending, or at least a new part of the story. So let's do that.
You're lying, she said. Somehow you're lying. The spell hadn't worn off yet. He had to tell the truth. The trick was in making sure she wouldn't believe it. The core is perfectly safe, he said. And he tried his hardest to sound sincere. So is the Iblistone. In fact, I was trying to get them myself. Fine then, interrogators it is, she said angrily. I gave you a chance. The Emperor's interrogators were not especially gentle, even by Weasel standards. Fortunately, Zenobia had locked him in the guest quarters on her ship. And she'd forgotten it had a toilet that, like all skyship toilets, could be vented into the abyss. This was not the sort of slippery fox he wanted to be. But just as they were about to land, he threw the latch, wrinkled his nose, and leapt through the open latrine.
Oh boy.
It was a short, safe landing. At least this part of the Nexus hadn't changed too much. Zenobia had been taking him to the Imperial Outpost. She'd never expect him to go there by himself. Well, maybe she would. Never knew with her.
Ow, fuck's sake, dude. There we go, button bashing like a motherfucker.
Reynardo wondered if it wasn't cheaper to build bridges and stairs.
Health, yes, I needed that. Let's see, did we take this path before? Yeah, we did. Or did we? Let's just give it a go.
Ah, the road less traveled, thought Reynardo. How intriguing.
Ta ta ta. Oh, so fast.
Ooh. Reynardo checked for a false compartment. Nope.
Ah, damn it. No false compartment. Oh, we can go that way. Okay. So, basically, that was not a different path. That was just a chest.
Reynardo knew Zenobia, and Zenobia knew him. She'd suspected a trick. Now he'd vanished. She would probably guess that was his plan all along. Perfect. Maybe she wouldn't use the Skyripper. At least not without taking it to the scientists at the observatory first. Meanwhile, the Emperor would be coming to the Outpost personally. This could be good.
Slap him, then slap him. You know, I gotta say, the combat gets a bit repetitive after you've done like, after you've played all the levels a couple times. So, you know, it's the same old levels, more enemies, stronger enemies. What the fuck?
Reynardo was face to face with the Emperor's bodyguard. They looked very tough, but the Emperor held them back.
Oh, where's my daughter?
And how would I know that? Reynardo grinned at him.
She lured me here so that you could kill me, didn't she?
Ah, don't be ridiculous, said Reynardo, trying his best to sound convincing. She loves you.
Oh, I knew it. The rabbit told me I couldn't trust her.
The Emperor hopped out the door. His phalanx of bodyguards retreated carefully. Reynardo heard someone call, "Arrest her!" as they left. Well, that's a job well done, thought Reynardo. Now the fleet would be in all sorts of disarray. But maybe he could find her in the mountains. She always used to go to the mountains to hide from the world. Maybe he could even turn her against her father. Or maybe he could reap the benefits of the chaos he had sown. It was time to report to the Rebel Council, and then launch the attack on a divided and very confused Imperial fleet.
Okay, we need her truth, so we are going to find her in the mountains, okay? Yeah, we do need her truth, otherwise we can't finish the
Reynardo
game,
felt
so...
very clever indeed. He'd told the Empire nothing but the truth, and now they suspected everything and everyone. So, why are you going to see Zenobia? He asked himself. It's not just a gloat, is it? No, of course not. Now, turning her against her father was good. It was very good. If she would actually join the rebels, that would be spectacular, right? That was definitely what he was doing.
Alright, we'll see, we'll see. This, you know, this path is interesting. Too bad I couldn't just stab the Emperor, because that would be the end of it all, but...
He wondered if he should have just told her the truth about her father. The Emperor had adopted her from a stray. That was the source of all her loyalty. But even then, he'd been dreaming of a bargain with the lost gods. They alone could make him immortal. The Emperor would have to seal that bargain with the life of someone who truly loved him. And who else truly loved the Emperor? But how could Reynardo tell her that now? Why would she ever believe him?
Oh boy. Boom. Oh boy, that was two.
I hear you're the dead, silent type.
I hear you're the dead, silent type. Whose voice is that anyway? Doesn't say who is actually saying that. Doesn't sound like Reynardo. Alright, which way? Oh boy. Have I used this path? Probably not. Let's go. Oh. There we go. I have no idea if the path that you take actually has a, like, influence in the thingy.
The funny thing was, she should have trusted him. He told her the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Oh, all right. The truth was, he'd played her like a fiddle. And how often had he ever done that? She was so smart. Smarter than him, really. That had gone rather well, actually.
Oh, wait, fuck. Shouldn't have done that. Should have just... Ow. God damn you. Well, let's hope it's health. And of course it is. So the moment you don't need any ore or any gems, it just gives you health every time. Go. I just hope she doesn't die, man. That would be meh. That would be a whole lot of meh. Open the gates. And now close the gates again. Very well.
Reynardo had given away the location of the secret base. Fortunately, the Emperor thought it was all a trap. He even mistrusted his own daughter. Reynardo couldn't have done better if he'd planned it.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, we leveled up. That's a good thing. Let's see. What do we want? Kick and throw distance increased. Recovery from being hit almost instantly. Attacker is knocked down. Which one did we actually... Oh, this one. Yeah, the dash through enemies. Oh boy, here we go.
What have you done to me? Zenobia demanded. My own father thinks I'm a traitor. So? But I'm loyal. So what? You're a bastard, Reynardo, she said. Now, you love that about me. You really did want the core, didn't you? And the Iblis stone. Yep. He gloated. You get all that? She said to the far speaker toad he'd failed to spot.
I am so relieved, my daughter.
Said the far speaker.
Oh,
and
boy.
Zenobia got into her ship and flew off. Damn it. The old far speaker trick. How had he missed it? This was very bad. Zenobia back in her father's good graces, and both of them ready to use the core and the Iblis stone. He got back on the Farfarer. Briefly, Reynardo
come
thought of
on
fleeing.
now.
The odds were surely against him. Never tell me the odds, he told himself. Odds confused him. He preferred to trust his gut. And so he sailed on to attack the fleet. Alone, if necessary.
Oh my god. Oh no. You know, this is not gonna end in... This is not gonna end into a truth. Fuck. So next time we should just tell her the truth. And put her against her own father then. Oh well. Let's just finish this up.
There were not many rebels here, and they were disorganized.
And then we'll end
the Empire had
the
obviously
episode.
attacked the secret base. The formerly secret base, whose location Reynardo had so helpfully pinpointed on a map. There was still time to turn around, wasn't there? But Reynardo hated turning around. Heroes don't turn around, they just own their screw-ups and turn them into impossible victories, right? through another universe? And if so, could the lost gods use one of them to return from exile? Oh, the thought made him shiver.
Oh boy. Okay, well, let's see what happens.
What did you do if one of these platforms stalled?
Ah, there was two of them. God damn, stop. There you go. Let's heal up a bit.
The odd thing was,
not gonna give us any
Reynardo's
help.
personal battle was going fairly well.
Oh.
The ravens immediately in front of him were no quicker or tougher than usual. Where was the power of the core? Blasting him off into the abyss. And where was Zenobia? She must be up to something. But whatever it wasn't his problem. Not yet, anyway. It was all going surprisingly well.
Gotcha. Oh boy. I'm worried what's to come. Stop, look, everything. Yes, got you. Ow. What the fuck? Dude, no. No! There you go, last one. I need help. Just don't die. I don't want to die. I gotta see this ending. And I think, oh, we're already there.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death. And now it was coming for him. There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
Oh boy, there's more of them. Got ya. Oh no, more. I don't have that much health, dudes. Just leave me alone. There you go. Woohoo! Alright. I don't think this is gonna end into a truth, but we'll see. Here we go.
At last, he came to Zenobia and the Emperor. She was sealing up a kind of squat coffin, banded with lead.
So glad you're here.
Croaked the Emperor.
You will be witness to my final victory.
That's creepy, Dad, said Zenobia. But thank you. Because of your shenanigans, we tested the core. It's really unstable. It could have blown us all up. It could, said Reynardo, a little frustrated that she'd figured it out. Anyway, we already destroyed your secret base, so we don't need a super weapon. We're just going to bury it. Do we, torture you? Or give you a medal? Sometime later, Reynardo got an invitation to attend the Emperor's ritual sacrifice of his daughter. They took him out of his dungeon cell and gave him all his medals to wear. A little while after that, the lost gods returned, and the sun went black, and the Emperor ate his soul.
What the
You
fuck?
should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before. Maybe there were new
Oh, what the
paths
fuck?
that opened up.
Yes, we did
Like
it!
those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. But he'd learned another true thing. Zenobia still had feelings for him.
Let's see, story 9. How I learned to stop worrying and start loving chaos. A hero who doesn't turn back, even after screwing up everything. Alright, so yes. So what do we do now? We got 2 levels. How do we get that final thing then? How do we do it? So Lapino is a traitor. He should die. Zenobia is kind of an ally. The Iblis stone corrupts anyone who uses it. You can't fucking touch it, okay? So we're not going for the Iblis stone. Oh well, guys, this is for a different video, so I'm gonna end this episode right here. Thanks for watching again. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. There's more episodes to come. So thanks for watching again, and see you next time.